a long intro. Let's get right into it.
Okay, just double checking to see if y'all see. All right, let's go. Something like this. Yeah, this would be great. Okay, chat. Let's go through the patch. Welcome to patch 7.2C. We're reigning in a few champions that have been running the show, giving some love to those who could use boosts, making adjustments to items across the board. Elemental dragons and Dragon Soul are also getting some extra firepower. I think Lee Sin didn't read the patch notes. While we thought some frustrating Brandling freezes, honestly, Brandling freezes are the worst, so W for that. Okay. Cho'Gath has been underperforming since relief with his damage falling short of expectations. We're boosting his damage and feast scaling while making his ultimate available more often, helping each stack feel more powerful and strengthening his scaling and teamfighting threat. Now, I haven't seen much Cho'Gath because I play Legendary ranked, and most people that play Legendary cannot be arsed to bring him to like 1k score. So you just don't see him. But let's see. He gets increased. Wait. He gets increased stack scaling. Base damage also increased. Okay. Just all in all, more damage on skill 3. And then 10-second cooldown reduction on his ult across all ranks. And then also more damage on the ult. I genuinely believe that Cho'Gath is probably already in a good state, but people just suck at playing him. And later they're gonna nerf him again. So I think these buffs are to make it feel good for newer players to pick him up and try. But then once people get better on the champ, I think they're gonna nerf it. Jinx still struggling despite the crit item buff, so improving her laning and teamfight reset potential. Okay, so you have more base AD, so you can trade at level 1 and stuff. And your passive attack speed gets doubled. Holy fuck. Nila has been dominating high skill play. Very true. If you think Rengar one tricks are scary in the jungle, you have not seen a Nila one trick. Like literally, if you don't manage to shut her down within like the first 10 minutes of the game or so, she will just pop stomp everybody. 1v9, legitimate 1v9 champion. So we're reducing her crit scaling and sustain ultimate damage to cripple her late game power. Okay, cool. This was insane. I saw this, I was like, wow. This is an insane nerf, by the way. Like 7%. Let's do the maths. So it's 35%. They nerf it by 7. That's like a 20% nerf. So if you do, let's say you dealt 100 damage before, now you do 80. You dealt 1000 damage, now you do 800. For example, right? 7% nerf is pretty huge swing. And then they also nerf the bonus AD scaling on and the base damage on her ult. So you can no longer like just one shot people with ult. Because that's what Nila does, right? She skills super hard with armor, with crit to gain armor pen, and then she just one shots your whole team with ult and she gains an insane amount of healing from it. So now you actually have to like position a little bit better, I guess, and play for your basic attacks instead of just one shotting with no counterplay. Leona has been a bit too durable during laning frame. So fucking real. Dude, she has like one support item and boots, and she's like tanky as shit for no reason, bro. So I love that. You know, she gets to be tanky, but just not in the early game for free. Like it's so toxic. Yeah, base health nerf, armor nerf. Fuck you. Yeah, bro. Fuck you, bro. And then the W is where she gets all the bonus armor and MR. Yeah, fuck you, bro. Dead ass, so annoying. Rumba has been dealing too much on orange without needing to invest in ability power. This super real. He builds armor boots and you still get out traded like insane DPS. Like what the fuck are we doing? We're shifting his damage profile to reward heavy AP builds, particularly when burning through high health targets in the danger zone. So basically, he gets better scaling and worse base damage, I guess. Yeah, base damage. Oh, also skills with max health. Okay, so the tank slaying gets. Oh no, the tank slaying still gets nerfed. So his base damages get nerfed. His percentage gets nerfed and he gets better scaling. Nice, I like that. Now let's see. In his passive, same shit. Okay. No, in his passive, he actually in the no. In the early, he gets better damage. In the late, they want you to rely on your AP scaling. I see. Okay, same story, same story. Worse. No, wait. Where's max health scaling? but better base. Cool. So basically, you have to build AP. Nice. That's what I love to hear. Nice. Okay. Nasus has been strong. Nasus has been really fucking strong lately. Yeah, nice, bro. His ultimate nerfed by CDR. Okay, 15 seconds early is actually huge. This means that you have a bigger window to punish him after he presses ult. Nasus with ult is so oppressive, you literally cannot do anything. Like, you can be a fucking Darius and he will still just clap you in with ult. Good analogy. Wait, what was the analogy? I can't see the chat. Wait, let me open the chat while I'm reading now that I think about it. So I can see, oops. So I can see what the chat is saying. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. Yeah, but Nasus has been super fucking oppressive. And his base armor gets nerfed. Huge, bro. Huge. Nasus has been so oppressive lately. Fucking Rice, I'm so glad he's finally getting nerfed. So annoying. Like, same shit, bro. Rice has been thriving since the updates to Archangels and other mage items. We're toning down his early game combat power. Why is a late game champion so strong early? Like, finally, bro. Thank you, man. Especially, wait, let me see. What did they do to Rune Person? Okay, they just reduced Rune Person. But they're not talking about damage. They're looking to make him more squishy. So you can do the damage if you position right. Okay, that's fair. But you can no longer just tank for free. That's super fair. I wish just MR would also get nerfed, but I don't know how high his MR is. But this means that even if you're playing a mage in the early, he's just so toxic, man. He just runs you down with skill 3 and shit. Like, what the fuck? Warwick nerf, thank you, bro. It's just yes. Ultimate cooldown, thank you very much. Ultimate damage, thanks, bro. They're saying since it changed to his ultimate, Warwick has become too effective at picking off priority targets and taking control of the early and mid game. You know what? We're dialing back his pick potential to give his player a bit more room to fight back. There is still no room to fight back. It doesn't matter if you upgrade the ult, if you nerf the ultimate cooldown. The problem is that Warwick runs at you with 10,000 movement speed, and then he presses his ult, he misses, and for 2.5 seconds, he can still basic attack you for the full combo. That's the fucking problem. You still have no room to fight back. It doesn't matter if he can do it every 80 seconds or every 100 seconds. It's the fact that he can ult, you press Zhonya's, you press stasis while he's jumping, right? And when you come out of stasis, you still get fucking stunned. It's not even stunned. You still get fucking suppressed. You can't even cleanse it. That's the fucking problem with Warwick. Maybe if we reduce the window and we make it so that Warwick has to actually land his ult instead of giving him the freest fucking basic attack CC combo ever, that you can 100 to 0, no counterplay, by the way. Maybe then we will have a bit more room to fight back. Maybe if instead of 2.5 seconds, he has a 1 second window after casting ult to basic attack you like a doggy, maybe then we can fucking fight back. That's the problem with Warwick. Kog'Maw. Mage Autumn Auto has given AP Kog'Maw plenty of AP and mana to rain down damage from a safe distance. Yeah, AP Kog'Maw has been on the rise. So, I guess, what did it do? They buffed the mana cost, huge. They nerfed the range, huge. I mean, they nerfed the mana cost. They increased it. They nerfed the range, and they nerfed the damage. Okay, great. And then gameplay changes. Berserk agrees. Huge, bro. We're buffing select tier 2 boots and trimming down buff. Oh, I see. Okay, so attack speed boosts get buffed tier 2. Mercs get buffed tier 2. Yeah, the Mercs tenacity is huge. This is a big difference. Like, upgrading and not upgrading is a big difference with Mercs. And then steel caps also buffed. Tier 2. What's this? And then the tier 3. The movement speed on tier 3 attack speed get nerfed. I see. Yeah, this shit was oppressive. This shit was hidden OP. The movement speed was like the real value from it. So now I get why they buffed the tier 2 so they can nerf the tier 3. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. The magic resistance on tier 3 mercs are also nerfed. Okay, makes sense. Armor tier 2. Yeah, the tier 3's defense boots, the shields you get are like toxic. So like the stats can definitely leave a little bit. Spellslinger shoes, nerfed. Okay. The true damage from the minions also nerfed, so you have less wave clear. This mainly sucks for supports. So my Lux support earlier today, this mainly sucks for like people like her. Mid laners generally have enough AP to to one shot the waves anyway, regardless of this little bit of true damage. But for your mage supports, it can be a bigger deal because um they rely more on the power budget from the tier 3 boots. Sunfire has been falling behind as a first item option. I haven't seen this shit in forever. I don't see anyone build Sunfires. Like legitimately. I like see it so rarely. They okay, so they buff the armor, nice, and they nerf the health. I think I like this change. It makes it a little bit more general, a little bit less general and more specific. Because that was the thing, yeah, you get a little bit of HP, a little bit of armor, but it's like really awkward stats. You really just want the passive. So yeah. Shield Breaker, Stride Breaker. Stride Breaker hasn't been delivering enough powers. Stride Breaker buff, 25 attack speed. Wow, it gets the same attack speed as Triforce now. That's pretty fucking big. That's really fucking big, actually. Holy fuck. People like Darius are gonna be pretty happy with this change, I think. Mikkel's Blessing. So basically, the cleanse, the support free cleanse, gets buffed. What the fuck? In lower ranks, maybe makes sense. But in high rank, this item is so broken, bro. The fact that the ADC doesn't have to spend the 1300 gold on the QSS, and they don't have to spend the summoner spells on the cleanse, and they still get to dodge the CC for free, so disgusting. And then not only does the item get buffed in terms of stats, it also gets 15-second cooldown reduction. Do you know how huge this is on Quicksilver, bro? A Quicksilver effect that doesn't have to wait 90 seconds. You can just wait 75. Disgusting. This is surprising change. Very surprising change. Was not expecting this one. Okay, Kyanic Rukern. So, okay, honestly, super valid they buff it. Mind you, this is supposed to be the magic resist item. Whenever I play K'Sante and I need magic resist, I never buy this shit. I never buy this shit. Legitimately, not once am I like, you know what's a good item for magic resist, bro? The item that is supposed to be the magic resist item. So I'm pretty happy with these buffs. Just getting 5 more is huge because you're still paying the same price. And then what's this? Getting a bigger shield as well. Or well, better max health scaling. But when you play K'Sante, you're not happy about this. You don't really build much max health on K'Sante, so you're much happier with the base value. But I don't know. Maybe it is not bonus max health, it's just max health. So maybe it is stronger. And then we have the dragons. Okay, the spicy part. Elemental Dragon and Dragon Soul have lost some of their importance over time. We're increasing their impact to make dragons more meaningful, strategic objectives and give teams more reason to fight for control over them. The thing with this is, everyone is happy to get Dragon Soul. No one cares about the dragon buffs. And the thing is, because of the way that Wild Rift works as opposed to PC, if you lose only one dragon, or if you take too long to take one of the dragons, you already lose access to soul and you stop giving a fuck. So okay, you make the Inferno Dragon plus one more percentage AD and AP. No one gives a fuck about this. No one gives a fuck about this, bro. Like now, oh nice, bro. Instead of 3 extra AP, you get 4. We don't give a fuck. But the Dragon Soul, nice. Because usually when you get Inferno Soul, you're kind of like, man, you know what I mean? But this is pretty substantial buff. Like going from 25 to 35 and then also upping the base values. This means like the scaling is insane. Instead of 12.5 AP, 15 AP, Dragon Soul is an objective that you get late game. So that means that the bonus attack damage and the bonus AP scaling are way bigger of impact, are of way bigger impact. This, you don't really care about this. The soul, pretty nice buff. Mountain Dragon, bigger shield. I'm not sure how big this of a difference this really makes, but it's nice, I guess. And then Ocean Dragon, in my opinion, is pretty much like the best dragon, at least in my opinion. So the fact that it still gets buffed is kind of crazy, but sick. It gets buffed almost 50%. It gets 40% buff. And then also the scaling gets buffed, right? And the base values get buffed. It just gets buffed overall. Crazy. Baron lane minion damage reduction has created more frustrating lane states than intended. Yeah, particularly through extended wave freezes. Yeah. So with barreling getting more ways to impact the map this patch, what are they talking about? What do they mean more ways to impact the patch? So because you fucking buffed the stride breaker and the sunfire, you think barrelingers have more impact on the map? What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? My Riven doesn't give a fuck about that. My Fiora doesn't give a fuck about that. What do you mean, bro? Anyways, before 6 minutes, minion damage reduction against damage from other minions gets removed. Okay, cool. I haven't felt much of this because I haven't played uh that much in Baron Lane, and I also didn't know much about abusing this interaction. So maybe it's a skill issue, but cool, cool. I guess I haven't been freezing much either. I haven't been getting frozen against either, so I'm not sure how big of a change this is. And then the game will change to triple A RAM. I don't really care about this. Is there any? If there's a champion I care about that I play, then maybe I'll take a look at it. But I don't actually care about the forefront game modes. Riven takes less damage. Nice. What else? Probably I don't care. Oh, okay, nice. Zed gets reduced energy cost. That's so huge, bro. Like it was so annoying to play Zed without like getting the double buffs augment. Okay, cool. That's the patch, chat. That's the patch. Now we can play some rank. Fuck, man. Was interesting to try this type of content though. Very interesting experience. Yes, yes. For sure.
Thanks for watching, we getting ready. Don't forget to watch the next video. Hey, thanks for watching, we getting ready. Don't forget to watch the next video.